Hello, everybody. My name is May Esohe Oyairo. I'm the founder and publisher of MannaXPRESS, a platform dedicated to inspiring hearts and empowering minds from different cultures and diverse backgrounds. You know, MannaXPRESS touches lives through positive stories, news, outreach, resources, and community interaction. What motivated me to start MannaXPRESS? I'll tell you. In 2006, I was going through an emotional turmoil that needed divine intervention. You know, those kind of trials where you're suffering and you're smiling, and there comes a time where I can't do this no more. Something has to give way. Well, that's how I was feeling. I knew I had to take time and go and seek the face of God. And so I decided to go on a 3-day fast, dry fast, no food, no water, just me, myself, and I with God. And so I checked into a hotel in DeSoto, Texas. Checked in with just my Bible, toiletries, not a drop of water, no, but the fierce determination to get the answer to the problem I had brought before the Lord. You know how Jacob in the Old Testament, he wrestled with the angel on the mountain and he said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. That's how desperate and determined I was. I'm not going to leave this hotel room unless the Lord blesses me with a solution to the problem I came with. That's how I thought, right? What do you think happened? I got the answer I wanted? No. Man proposes, God disposes. Rather than get the answer to the burning questions I had, I received an instruction. Go and start a publication that will minister to people, that will inspire hope in the hearts of people. A publication? Me? How? Back then, I was painfully shy. I couldn't look anyone in the eye. And then, how am I going to start a publication and interview people when I can't look them in the eye? So, doubt set in. And then secondly, I was very conscious of my accents then. Who will understand me? And then, I also doubted. I've never taken a class in journalism. How am I going to write stories? In as much as I've always loved to write. As a child, I remember my mom, when I came home from elementary school, she was always very interested in my English comprehension, my essays, and I used to see her tickled, laughing and tickled at whatever I wrote. And she always told me, you can make a story out of a spoon or anything, you come across. So, the last but not the least, I'm like, where will I get money from? I mean, to publish a magazine, I would need a ton of money. And so I doubted. And I came out of the fast. I went home. And I told my mom, she was visiting them. I told my mom, I told my sister, what I heard. And how I don't think that I had that for me. And the both said, that's for you. You can do it and you will do it. And my mom reassured me by drumming into my ears, you have what it takes. You are going to do it. In fact, congratulations in advance. And so I was like, I don't know how. I don't know where to start from. But the God that gives the vision always gives provision. And that's a fact. He gave me good people that came my way. Melissa Norris, Osione Itagoje, between showing me how to lay a magazine, a newspaper, and how to write the articles, the rest is history. In 5 weeks, the first issue of MannaXPRESS rolled off the press. I remember going to pick up the bundles. I think it was 10,000 copies or 5,000. No, I started with 5,000 copies. I remember going to pick 5,000 copies and say, okay, what am I going to do with these papers? Because I didn't have a plan in place. I didn't have a team of people, but hey, all I had was faith and the mandate to do what I was doing. So I went and I picked the papers, got home, told my family, told my friends, we're going to pass out these papers to the best of our ability. Take it to church, give it to friends, take it to parties, and that's what we started doing. And that's how MannaXPRESS, from 5,000 copies, became 15,000 copies being distributed monthly in the DF, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Guess what? This year makes it 15 years of doing MannaXPRESS. Has it been rosy? Of course not. Is there anything good that comes easy? No. Were there times I was disappointed and discouraged and wanted to give up? Yes! Not once, not twice. I'll tell you the story of the first time I got fed up and said, I can't do this no more. It was in 2009. I remember I've exhausted my savings, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. I don't want to do this no more, And then I got a call about a lady I featured, 2 months prior to the call. And the caller said to me, do you have a contact information for this lady? Now I'll tell you about this lady I featured. I heard her speak at the Salvation Army luncheon, and she was sharing her testimony of how she was once upon a time strung out on drugs, became homeless, lived on the streets, and now she had gone back to school and was doing very well in school. So I was very, very, very happy for her. And I went up to her and I asked her, is it okay if I share your story with the readers of MannaXPRESS? And she obliged. And so I interviewed her and I published her story. And the caller, guess what? Was her sister, who hadn't seen her in 7 years, her biological sister. This lady was so strung out on drugs, she started living on the streets, moved away from where her family was, and then the family happened to relocate to another state, so they lost touch. Guess what brought them back together? MannaXPRESS. She got to speak to her sister and found out she had 2 grandkids. And 2 weeks later, she was on a plane to New Mexico and reunited with her family. When this happened, I had the assurance that it's not about the money. It's about touching lives. It's about impacting souls. It's about inspiring hope in the minds of others. And that's what gave me the energy, the drive to keep going with MannaXPRESS. I must confess, I feel very privileged to have met and talked to and mingled with young and old people, celebrities to the homeless, and anyone that came my way. It's been a very humbling experience, to be able to impact people's lives, one way or the other. And I want to seize this opportunity, to tell you, it doesn't take much to impact the life of someone else. As little as a hello or sorry or a hug, can go a long way. Because as human beings, there are days that are just bad days. We're having a bad day. And just some ray of hope makes a difference. So it's just nice if we can embrace a culture of just extending hope, just impacting someone's life, even if it's a piece of candy, just to make a difference, color somebody's day. It works. Now, back to my story, I'm sorry. So, that's what's been going. That's how MannaXPRESS over the years, from becoming a newspaper, it became a magazine. 10 years, years later, not 10 years later, became a magazine. And then in 2013, when the print industry was very rocky, my team and I reached the decision it's better to go online, fully online, so that we can reach audiences, a global audience, use technology to get far and wide. And that's how we've been going since 2013. But this 15th year, it cannot come and go silently. No. We reached the decision to relaunch MannaXPRESS, to rebrand it, come up with a new name. It's still MannaXPRESS, but without the E, and then add some more features to the website. So we have podcasts, we have shows coming up, we have articles. I mean, it's just an oasis. It's just a source of refreshing, for all who come. So, on this note, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I really want to thank you for your support, for your readership, for sticking around with MannaXPRESS. And it takes a village. It takes a village. So, it's taken a village to support this vision. And I am so grateful. I'm so thankful for your contribution, even if it's your reading the articles, if it's your acknowledging, if it's your sharing, whatever way. I just want to say thank you. And I just pray, as you have helped this vision grow, that someone or people, divine helpers, will help yours grow as well. Thank you. And please support us in any form and fashion, prayer, articles, whatever way, anything helps to take this to the ends of the earth. Until next time, thank you and stay blessed.